Alright, here we have Eltranos Wanderings, being played on Nintendo Switch. Courtesy of Rare Games. I thank them for the review opportunity. So this is a action RPG that is pretty cool. So you can play as either a male or a female protagonist. And your goal is to raid dungeons and collect items for these villagers here. The more items you collect and the more relationships you build, the better equipment and the more dungeons will appear. And it's also kind of like a visual novel style aspect to it as well, for the story, which is kind of cool. But the meat and potatoes of the game is is collecting things for these townsfolk. So if you go to, like, for instance, Emily here, you can talk to her. Yep, let's get a scene here. You can talk to her, or you can actually assist. If you assist, it'll give you an idea. Well, it'll tell you what she's looking for. So she wants a glistening stone. So if you can find the glistening stone in the dungeon, then you'll end up being able to get an item or a weapon or an armor from her. Now, what's also cool is you can actually go to the item shop, or sorry, the weapon shop. You can also assist the shopkeepers as well, which I think is kind of cool. Alright, so I want to buy something here. So this will give you weapons you can purchase. Each dungeon has level requirements that you'll want to go ahead and meet or exceed with your weapons and your armor. All this stuff is lower than what I currently have, so I'm not going to buy any of it. In fact, I'm going to go into the dungeon here and show you what this is all about. So these are the acquirable items you can get in the dungeon, 8 to 11 level, and these are the rewards you can get. You're not going to know what the reward is until you actually find it. No, I don't know if you can actually do that yet. So you can actually go back into... That's cool. Alright, so you can go back into... Okay, so we'll back up a second. The missions will be told to you once you clear that section. So you can go back and try to clear the other missions. So to get something that this character wants, you take no damage from rabbit bow attacks as you go through the dungeon. So it's pretty cool the way that they've set this game up. We'll go ahead and run back through build level 6, so we can see if we can get those missions. Cave pick recommended build 6. I'm at level 9 builds. I'm good. Now what it's referring to is the build here. So go to the menu, go to build. This is your build. So you can build. You can equip different weapons if you have them. I've got 2 at level 9. Or different armor if you have it. Again, I've sold all of it, so I don't have any really. And then you've got items down here. You can put into item slots. I'll go ahead and put the healing potion in the R. And then you have alliance buffs. So as you deepen your relationships with these characters, you can get alliance buffs where that'll help you during a dungeon raid. You got dungeon info, so here's all the missions, you can take a look at them. So I got defeat all monsters at stage 2, take no damage from rabbit bow attacks before I get all the rewards. And then character details, so here you can learn about the characters, what they like. Tips. You got tips on how to play, event scenes, world, daytime change, partner, interacting with locals, shopping, assist, gift, likability, things like that. And options, when you want options to open. Here is the meat of the game essentially here. So you just run through dungeons, killing enemies, and obviously I'm going to do pretty well given how high of a level my weapon is. Now, you don't have levels in the traditional sense of like most action RPGs or RPGs in general. Instead, what you have is build levels. So if you have a high enough build level for your armor, you're not going to take as much damage. And the higher build level you have for your weapon, obviously you're going to deal more damage. Now, what's also cool about each weapon has the ability to be leveled up or awakened. So you can spend money to add abilities or buffs to your weapon. So if I come in here and go to build, I'm not sure if I can do it in the dungeon. Oh wait, maybe I can. So, okay, so awakening details of it, X. Oh, I can. Cool. So you can spend money in order to buff up your weapons and armor. So if I wanted to increase my melee attack and special attack damage to swine type monsters by 10%, I can spend $1,800. Well, 1,800 gold. So we'll go ahead and do. We'll go to that buff. We'll do that buff. Okay, so that's buffed. And then I can go ahead and buff up my armor here as well. Let's do movement speed +3. So why not? And poison shot. Okay, so now both my weapon and my armor are buffed up. So I have a chance to do those things that it mentions there. And as you defeat enemies, you can drop health items. They drop weapons, armor, as well as temporary boosts like you have like one stealth where you're completely invincible for a couple seconds. You got one that'll heal you every couple seconds. So I guess it kind of really feels like a little bit like Phantasy Star Online or Diablo or Share the Wonder a little bit. If you guys into those games, you guys are gonna appreciate like this game. There's a lot to be excuse me. There's a lot of fun to be had with this game. It's got great graphics. Gameplay is addictive. It's really kind of just fun to run through these dungeons and see what you can find. When you clear a stage, now what's interesting is that the game presents each area as stages instead of areas. Well, that was kind of interesting. What I don't like is the fact there's no map. So you're like wandering through these stage areas kind of blind. But again, you really don't need it, I suppose, because they're broken up into sections. But it'd be nice to see like where you've been and maybe what you have left to explore. But it's not necessary. Still a fun game. There are 10 areas or 10 stages to this dungeon. I'm sure as dungeons open up, they're going to be longer and more difficult. But for this one here, there's 10. And you can see you can go through these dungeons multiple times, as many times as you like, to try to complete these missions. And each dungeon has multiple build difficulties you can go through, so there's tons and tons and tons of replayability here. It'd be cool if you can like run through these dungeons like multiplayer, like online multiplayer. I think would be kind of cool. Another game that comes to mind with this is like Cat Quest, the great series. But yeah, Eltranos Wanderings is an awesome game. A really fun and engaging and addictive action RPG dungeon crawler. So that's your thing. Definitely want to pick this game up. I'm going to end the video here, guys. I want to thank Radar Games very much for the opportunity. I want to thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and as always, until next time, take care and happy gaming.